together keeps it giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And it's a good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, still can kick them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah. I do a dance of victory, cause now I'm living good, no I'm not living like I used to be. Now talk about things, talk about my mind. Now I'm free from the words that I left behind. I gotta jump for joy and shout aloud and make a sound. Oh, the world can stop me now, no. And on the music I will ride on the beat. Play my guitar while I'm stomping my feet, yeah. I gotta celebrate life and get excited about good times and good living. Come on, shout it out, hey! Take it up, take it over, take it out of control. Today I'm praying my soul and now you got me singing, oh, hey, I'm feeling fine.
Check, check. Hello, everyone. Just we're about to get this match going. This is Charlie Pratt on the mic. Stay tuned. Great doubles action coming your way. We're going to do the player intros right now. Lights are going to go off.
Only I have you on Snapchat.
You better believe it.
Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Snack pack. My own eardrum.
Sorry about that, everyone.
You having fun over there? Pressing a bunch of buttons? No.
Turned up the wrong mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the United Healthcare U.S. Open Racquetball Championships presented by USA Racquetball. The top men and women players in the world have come to Minneapolis seeking the title of champion from the sport's original Grand Slam. You're about to witness one of the fastest sports in the world with a ball traveling at speeds close to 200 miles per hour. Hold on to your seats while these elite athletes compete for the ultimate racquetball crown, U.S. Open champion.
Welcome to the IRT Network. We are geared up for semifinal number 2 of the men's pro doubles. I'm sitting alongside two of the greatest minds in all of racquetball, former top 8 player and former head referee Charlie Pratt, and arguably the greatest coach of all time,
Thank
Fran
you.
Davis.
Oh.
Fran, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our honor.
Yeah,
It's
we are
been
in.
a long day of coaching, but this is going to be a nice change.
There we go. Now we get to get cerebral with the cerebral majesty herself.
We are in for an amazing match tonight. A lot of fireworks going to happen. Rodrigo Montoya, the kind of the guy to watch tonight. He's one of the new talents in the racquetball world. There he is, missing a forehand. His partner, Andre Parrilla, on the right. They're taking on two-time U.S. Open doubles champions, Kane Waselenchuk, Ben Croft.
So, Charlie, you're obviously have won some pro stops in doubles and great doubles players on the U.S. team. What do you think about serving a drive serve like Ben is serving to the same side that Kane is on, like that? Normally you serve to the same side you're on. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like a strategy they talked about beforehand or if that's just something Ben feels comfortable with. The nice thing is he has Kane on that side, so even if Rodrigo rips a shot back at Kane, Kane has some of the best hands, if not the best hands in the game. He can re-kill the ball. But I think what Ben's going to be going for is kind of the wide angle, maybe not just the straight in shot, but hoping for, a weak return or some kind of setup. Kane going for the between the legs there, skip ball.
I think one of the most important things for the guys up front is to keep the match close, because if Kane and Ben get on a roll, they could just start racking up points, and before you know it, it's going to be a short night for. I believe they're both from Mexico, correct?
Yes.
From the Mexicans.
Yeah, young Mexican team taking on the veteran team. Ben Croft going for a lob serve up the middle. Ben with the patented Ben Croft pinch. We got to see Ben and Kane play in L.A. a few weeks ago in the doubles event they had there, and they took that one pretty handily. It was a competitive tournament. But they didn't drop a game there, and it's good to see Ben healthy. I know last year. So that's the serve I was talking about. They were kind of going for that sidewall there. Rodrigo with the cross court and Kane between the legs replay there.
But yeah, I saw where it kicked off the wall, like I call that a drive nick.
Yes. Some sort of jam, short serve called. But, I know last year, obviously Ben and Kane, they lost in the semifinals. Disappointing for them. And Ben did not look great in any of those matches. They were playing the I formation. I think Ben's shoulder or bicep or something was going on with him, and he wasn't full potential. And this year he just looks a lot stronger. He's out there hitting drive serves. There's no more I formation. Great get. Kane is there, misses that shot. One thing about Kane, he's amazing and everything, but I think doubles is a good equalizer. As far as court positioning, and some of the shots that Kane might hit in singles that are winners aren't necessarily going to be winners here in doubles, and that puts a different pressure on him. I think Kane is a little more, you could say, human in the doubles.
Yeah, brings him down to earth.
Right. Pineda, you still with us?
I am.
Okay,
I'm taking everything I can from this moment, and I'm kind of just watching how this unfolds before I start.
Ben with the backhand pinch winner. And Ben's looking good. I even just watched him warm up, and, you can usually tell, even just in a few drop-in hits, how somebody's hitting, and it looked crisp. I think he definitely took last year's loss to heart, and this year wanted it to be different. There's Kane with the full forehand. Andre there. This is going to be a physical match, too. I mean, we know Ben has a tendency to get involved, on that right side. It's always a fight for position, and he's no stranger and not shy.
I love when doubles gets physical. I think it totally belongs in the doubles game. There's so many guys on the court as it is. When you get ticky-tacking doubles, you're gonna lose the spirit of the game. Let the guys play through, and if someone happens to take a frying pan to the face, that's just a casualty of war.
Good shot called. He wanted the hinder. No hinder called. That was the referee's opinion on that one. Didn't think it was a hinder, and I think whether it was good or not, he was going to stick with that call. 1-2. Already an exciting doubles match.
Oh.
Just skipped there. Oh, man, we're going to queue up an appeal. We're going to queue up an appeal real quick here. Pretty
There's
early.
Ben. Doing
Yes.
his thing,
Oh, yeah.
even at the ref.
And Ben is not necessarily,
A little bit back.
there are some Ben Croft fans out there, but there's also some spectators out there that are not so much fans, so you're going to hear it one way or the other.
Keep going. Still
Wrong
good.
rally.
Keep
We're going to go
Keep going forward. It should have been after this. If you have this, it should be after this. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, there
here
it
we
is.
go.
Back it up. Right here.
Okay, Rodrigo with the backhand reverse pinch here. The one-look wonder, Scott McClellan. I love it when he just does the half second, and he has made up his mind.
Pretty definitively.
Skip
I
ball
love,
there. Yeah, I think we all
even
saw
though it
that.
skips, the torque of the hips on Montoya to get that velocity on the ball, it's a really great mechanic. He just comes up shy there a little bit.
Yeah, it was a great choice of shots, but pretty difficult at that angle and speed.
Montoya with the drive serve here. He's got a wicked drive serve to the left there. Great get from Ben. A reverse pinch miss. Wow, what an action pack. I mean, these players are all so fast. That is, if
Two serving one.
little question on the score. There was,
Two serving one.
I think the referee marked a point when he called that skip and then forgot to take that one away. So it's 2 serving 1.
I think the balls are being hit so hard. I think Montoya and
Great
Parrilla
get.
need to stick with better, double shots, wide angles, not trying to force reverse pinches, move their feet, get into the rally,
Wow.
and not just try to shorten the rally too quickly, because then they're going to have too many skips.
This is some crazy doubles action right here. What
Wow.
a get. Crowd loving this.
Oh,
wow.
boy.
And there it is.
Look at Kane laughing.
I think there's lots of beer flying in this audience.
You know what? My kind of crowd.
It's Friday
My kind
night.
of crowd.
It's Friday night. Here we go. 2 serving 1. Already a reaction like that. I think we know who the crowd wants to win. Drive serve on the way. Great put away from Kane.
Again, great shot. He pinched it in the corner with his opponents behind him. Excellent return.
A lot of angry emojis on the chat box.
For 1. Fran, you asked me beforehand how do I think this match was going to go, and whatever ends up happening, we know it's going to be an exciting match. Whatever the score is, We're going to see some fireworks. We already have. It's already been a blast. These guys are all, there's some battling going on in the front right court there. Ben's going to come up and say a few words.
Five serving one.
Five
Tim
serving
Winterton
one.
getting his 2 cents in.
As I was saying, you know, if you take all these players and ask what's their best attribute, it's arguable Kane has a lot of them, but every one of these players is fast. Very, very fast. And at this level, I think everyone's fast, but these players in particular.
Well, they're not only fast, but they have great reaction to the ball.
Dirty.
Wow. This is unreal. Z-ball, Kane with the backhand, Andre with the setup. Ben's there, just. Wow, this
Lost
crowd.
it in the glass, probably.
Yeah, it wasn't really a great shot. I don't think Ben was expecting that, but this crowd is going crazy.
If I were to pick a skill for each player, I would say it's the creativity of Montoya, the ability to handle power better than almost any player in the world, Parrilla. Ben Croft with on-speed court, and then obviously we talked about it earlier, just the balance and the racquetball IQ of Kane Waselenchuk.
Great Z-serve.
Right now,
Beautiful.
Montoya is getting double served. Look at that get.
See, now I don't know why Ben would pinch that ball with Montoya right up there.
Ben just on the ground. Rarely do you see a player lay down on the ground to let the partner hit it over them.
He assumed the position.
You. Parrilla with the high lob. Nick. Ben going to wait on this up top. Montoya going to take this with the backhand. Bring it down. What a shot. That is just nasty.
And I think that's a great change of pace on the serve. If they can get it out of their wheelhouse and force them to go to the ceiling, I think they have a better shot.
Sure, you know,
There it
anytime
is.
they're shooting from the back court, even like that,
Yep.
Andre, big miss there. Not exactly an easy shot, you know, and we had Joe Conte on the mic for the past semifinal, and he asked, you know, what does this team need to do to get back in the match? And really doubles, you can focus on strategy and find a few things, but really what it comes down to is execution. What team is going to make the shots like that? You don't have to tell somebody you need to hit more cross courts. You need to hit a good cross court.
And extremely good wide angles,
Yes.
which clips the wall first.
And with teams with this speed, you need to put the ball down. You need to kill the ball. It can't just be an average pinch.
Yeah, like that one. It was just a flat rollout pinch. Unreturnable.
And I have to say, as far as seeing Ben back on the court, it's good to have an exciting player like him back. You can say what you want about him, but if he's just playing racquetball, not getting involved with the ref, not getting involved with other players, it really is fun to watch. He's a tremendous athlete. Replay called there.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
he-
I'm
No, I
sorry,
was
go ahead,
gonna
friend.
say, and he's like, you know, like years ago, the John McEnroe in tennis. He just brings a lot of life to the game.
Right. All I was going to say is, you know, one of the worst things to have is have someone you don't know how you feel about. It's almost a cheap commodity to have, whereas when you know how you feel about someone, that has true value in it.
I thought that skipped.
And I think he slid it in there. I think Ben and Kane thought Rodrigo's pinch skipped, and that looked funny, but either way, point for Ben and Kane. Kane just firing off drive serves. Rodrigo with the forehand.
So now look what's going on here is Andre Parrilla's on the left. Montoya's on the right. And how a doubles team that's so good can cover each other, and they really are dancing on the court.
Sure.
That's, I mean, right, when you played with, who was your best doubles player that you played with, Charlie, for the longest time? Was it Tony Carson?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I would say the best, I think Jansen and I, when I played with Jansen, just because when I played with forehand with Tony, and I like the backhand better. So I think when Jansen, and I was further along in my career when I played with Jansen, so I think Jansen and I were a better team overall.
Yeah, but how you covered for each other and you
Right.
moved around the court. And I think that's what Montoya and Andre do so well as Ben and Kane.
Well, I think a good doubles team can switch if necessary
Absolutely.
in the middle of a rally and be just fine with their
Mhm.
backhands. You know, you don't want to have a team where if you get mixed up or something, you're gonna have problems. Big skip from Ben. Interesting serve here, going with kind of the Z down the middle.
Interesting, a jumping skip.
It wasn't necessary to do that, though.
Nope.
He could have just
Kane.
stepped into it and hit the overhead.
That's just
Beautiful
great
wide angle.
shots. Great
So
shots. Total
sweet.
control from Kane. Andre going for the reverse. Montoya's there. Ben fires
wow.
one. Another one.
Great get.
Wow. What a kill shot there.
Yeah, but Montoya, look at him on the knees getting to balls. Whew.
Oh yeah, these guys, if nothing else, they're going to be all over the court. I thought Andre, you know, these guys need to, the pinches are good sometimes, but they need to mix it up. I thought, you know, they could have hit way more wide angles in that rally. Andre going for a reverse pinch while both players were in the front court. You're going to have to flat roll that to get that, to have that be a winner.
That's racquetball 101. You know, hit where your opponent's not, whether it's doubles or singles.
And there's
and if
that
they're
wide
way
angle
up front,
there.
and they got to pinch it, they're going right at their opponent.
A couple wide angles from Andre there, won them the rally. Nothing to it.
That's a big break right there. Kane doesn't have to move for it, and he's pretty good with the soft paws. Comes up just a touch short from the front wall.
Ben with the setup in the front court. Good get by Andre. Ben again. Goes reverse. Too easy for Croft. Eight 8-3, big lead for Ben and Kane in this first game. Montoya and Parrilla won their quarterfinal last night in a tiebreaker. Very exciting match against Sebastian Franco and Mario Mercado. That match went until almost 1 in the morning.
Incredible.
Here. It was one of the last matches of the night. It was like a ghost town. Nobody else here. I mean, everyone was watching that, but there were no other matches going on. Great serve from Kane. That's always nice when you get a ace serve in doubles.
But I'm surprised they're not taking a timeout. Team
I
in the
agree.
back.
I
you know,
agree.
They've got to break their momentum. They got to regroup. They got to make adjustments in their strategy, court positioning, to even have a chance to beat them.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's something they're you know, it's hard as a player, and I know it's hard to discipline yourself when, you know, things aren't going your way, to take that time out, take a break. Sometimes you just want to stay in there and try to get back in the box, but that's when the coach needs to step in.
That's a timeout now.
You know, at this point, it's
Wow.
almost too late. You know,
There
it's
it
a few
is.
points too late, in my opinion. It's like taking
Oh,
a
yeah.
timeout at 14-5 or something. It's it should have been done a long time
really
ago.
should have
But
been at 7-3.
you know, momentum. This game's not out of their hands necessarily.
And we'll keep it right here just for a second. If any of you have questions on the feed, we have legendary Coach Fran Davis with us. Feel free to go ahead and fire one our way. We also have the great mind of the refereeing skills of Charlie Pratt. And then there's me. Not sure what I bring to the table outside of making these announcements. Speaking of
Plenty-
which, I have a
plenty of
great announcement
90s.
for you guys. Tonight will be the last time the Lifetime Special will be offered until a later date. At the start of the second game, the third person to sign up for a lifetime subscription will have won everything they already get, be in the drawing for the grand prize, and get the Fran Davis book autographed by hers truly, Jason Menino, and the DVD, a 1-hour video analysis, and a free entry into the Fran Davis camp. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a value of $700. Also, if you win the grand prize, that's another $2,500 valued prize on top of receiving a membership to the archives, to the live feed that we give for the IRT network. It pays for itself over and again. So, and not too many people have access to this kind of stuff, so please, by all means, sign up, show some love, learn what you can about racquetball. It's all great stuff.
In other words, sign up. Put your name in for the grand prize. Here we are, game 1, 10-3. Commanding lead for Ben and Kane.
Great
Big
timeout.
roll out there from Montoya.
See, and if they would have done that at 7-3, it wouldn't have been, you know, I mean, 7-3 versus 10-3
Right.
psychologically is a much bigger hurdle to get over.
Right. And one thing I would say, I was going to ask you, Fran, is, you know, when you have a player like Paolo or Rocky that you work with, when they're able to call a timeout, they come in and they get the side out from, let's say, a shot like that where it's a rally ending off the return serve. Obviously, I can't assume that you're saying, hey, go in there and hit a flat rollout. What are you telling them or reminding them so that they get that confidence back to return the serve at a higher rate?
Well, I just remind is, you know, you've lost a few points. Right now it's about going back to fundamentals, go for the pass, don't go for anything fancy. Take your shot. You've hit it thousands upon thousands of times. You got to believe in the shot that you know you can make. Once you second guess yourself, that's when you miss it. But percentages. Don't go for bottom board. Go for the pass. Get them out of the box.
I love that. I especially love the segment where you talk about, you remind them of the work they put in. They've hit that shot over 1,000 times. You build that mental confidence. That's awesome.
I would tell them to hit more cross courts.
But
Wow.
a pass.
What's that?
But a pass.
Yes.
Well, today, Viola was in her singles game. She was down 1-8 in the second game against Adriana. And she came out frustrated. I said to her exactly that. Viola, you've hit your serve thousands upon thousands of times. Go for what you know. Go for what you believe in. Adjust where you drop the ball. And before you know it, she got back 1 point, 2 points, gained her confidence, and she won the game 12-10.
Wow.
So, and I use it,
Incredible.
and she's, as Kane is, you know, the #1 player on the women's tour, where Kane is #1 on the men's. Doesn't matter what their ranking is. The advice is still the same.
And so much of good coaching doesn't even necessarily have to do with the game. It's just the right words at the right time and getting your player mentally kind of back where they need to be. And maybe it has nothing to do with the shot selection or a weakness of your opponent. It's more just the psychology, getting your player mentally back in it, back in their own head. Something I'm definitely learning. Not easy to do. Shot by Ben.
That's tough.
That's healthy.
But most of the game, 80% of the game is mental, you know, because at this level, you know, your level, Charlie, you all can hit the same shots. It's just who's going to hit it better, more consistently over and over again, and believe in the work that you've put in. That's what's going to make the difference. That's what builds your confidence.
The dive from Kane. Rodrigo with the forehand going cross court. Kane
Sweet.
with the reverse pinch. What hands. What hands.
So remember, they took a timeout. It was 10-3. The other team came back, made it to 10-5. But now they're back up at 13. That's tough to come back from.
14 now.
Mm-hmm.
Got a wet spot here. You know, that pinch, Kane has hit that a couple times now. Andre's been caught in the backcourt a little bit.
So I always tell my players, you get 3, well, in men's pro racquetball, in this, don't you get 3 30-second timeouts in this game, not the singles.
Right.
Singles, you get the 1. If you end, you get 2 30 seconds.
1
Not
minute.
saying in doubles
in
as well.
doubles, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yep.
So if you end the game with a timeout remaining, shame on you. That means you haven't done everything possible to change the momentum of the game.
There you go.
Right. Missed opportunities as far as timeouts are concerned. We've got game point number 2 for Kane and Ben. 14-5, dominating fashion, but still an exciting match. Montoya overswinging that one. Kane with the blast. Ball's broken. We're going to replay that. Averaging 1 broken ball per match.
With the ball being hit 170 miles an hour.
I think it's good. I think 1
Yeah.
per match, just so the crowd can see it. At least they, these pros are definitely slamming it.
Mm-hmm. And the men are using the purple pen, and then the women are using the green pen, correct? I love that front view.
Kane with the pinch, another pinch in that left corner. They take game 1, controlling fashion. We're going to take a quick break here. Come back for game 2 on the IRT Network.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sudsy Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis, all at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
Hi, Mr. Powers. Thanks for calling United Healthcare.
Hi, I need your help. I've been trying to find a knee specialist, but nobody has it opening for months.
Mr. Powers?
You can't always control your feelings,
Oh, I found one in network next Tuesday.
but choosing United Healthcare can help you control your care. Thanks, Stephanie.
I see on our preventive checklist you're due for a colonoscopy. It's covered at no additional cost to you.
Great. No green. United Healthcare.
And welcome back to the IRT Network. You just watched convincing, dominant fashion of the number 1 seeded team of Kane Waselenchuk on the left side of your screen and Ben Croft on the right. They're taking on none other than the number 5 seeded team in this draw, Parrilla and Rodrigo Montoya. I'm Brian Pineda, hanging out with Kelly Diesel. Fill her up, our production manager, Charlie Pratt, the man behind the referee, and of course, one of the most brilliant minds and the most lovable coaches in the game today, Fran Davis.
Great action here, Pineda, all day, really.
Yeah, it hasn't stopped. Been here since 9:45. What are we at now?
There were the quarterfinals, all the men's quarterfinals,
Yep.
all the women's quarterfinals, and then the 2 semis of the men's and women's doubles. Action-packed.
Yeah,
We're officially in the 12th hour, by the way.
Fridays, those are the days. You're right. You got all the quarters of singles in both the men's and the women's, and then the semis and doubles. And we're doing it all for free here at the IRT Network.
This isn't, I'll be honest, I'm going to call it the way I see it, as I always do. This isn't the battle I thought it was going to be.
Well, they're definitely battling every rally. And I'm going to make the prediction that Andre and Rodrigo are going to make this game much closer. It's kind of the way doubles works. It's a streaky game,
And again, I don't think they've played guys that hit
look at that serve.
as hard as these guys.
Oh, no, definitely not.
So, as you know, adjusting to speed of 20 or 30 miles an hour faster, it's pretty tough to do.
You know, another factor, I've been talking about it all day, is how much time have these players spent on this court. Skip ball there. And
3 on forced errors right here.
Yep. Well, you know, an ace from Ben. Great serves from Ben. He's going to stick with that. Ben and Kane have played all their matches on this court as far as doubles is concerned, and Kane has played all his singles matches on this court as well. Great shot. We're going to have an appeal. A little early for an appeal, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you got to kind of pick and choose. I'm not sure if Scott's going to be able to see that. We'll cue it up, though.
I'm going to go with this as their attempt to take a timeout without taking a timeout.
It's a good point, Pineda.
Yeah, but at the cost of an appeal.
Right.
Could be 9-9 in the game, and they're going to need that appeal.
Right, and I think it's the risk they're taking as in a matter of 2 minutes, this team, this number 1 seeded team, has already acquired over 20% of the points.
They're going to run that back.
Kane was right in the way.
The 2-look wonder, Scott McClellan going back, will be interesting. You never know what Scott's going to see. Inconclusive. I think you're right about that, Fran. That it's just too hard to see. You can't tell if that ball skipped or not.
So if it's inconclusive, did they still get another appeal?
No.
Ah.
No. They lose their appeal for that. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that for Rodrigo, did he really just get that? Wow. Let's cue that up.
Unreal. That's great athleticism from Ben Croft. Great quick twitch muscle.
So there's a question about the appeal. Scott says that since it was inconclusive, like you said, Fran, that they get to keep their appeal.
5 serving 0.
There it is.
Either way, 5-0.
They're 33% of the acquired necessary points to move on to the final in a matter of less than 5 minutes.
Did Ben really get that? I don't even think he thought he got it. Ben is all over the place. Towel timeout. We're going to cue that up. Why not? We've got that other shot for you, too. Let's go ahead and replay that one. That dive from Ben, the rollout splat. And Ben was rolling all over the court there, running into the wall. I think we're going to fast forward a little bit here. Here's the shot right here. Kane says you at the last minute. Ben loses sight of it, dives backwards for the rollout. No one was expecting that. Great work from Kelly on the production. Ben with the forehand off the back wall. Great diving get. Kane now up top. Andre's going to go back up top. Ben with the forehand. Kane wants a hinder. No hinder called. Backhand splat. We've got a great rally here. Wow.
Mentally, the back team here is checking out. It's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, the way Ben and Kane are moving around and staying in these rallies, even though they're behind. I mean, they're such offensive players, but even if they're on the defense and they're making amazing gets and amazing shots like that, it can be. Wow. Skip ball called.
No appeal, so
Yeah,
they must have thought
interesting.
it skipped.
Trying to sell that a little bit. Even I thought it was a good shot.
Look great.
Scott with the best view of that one, though. Ben down the line. Smart shot from Ben. Wow.
Ben, I am very, very impressed with Ben. I cannot believe how well he's cutting the ball off, hitting with pace, wide angles, returning serve. I mean, just this whole game is complimenting Kane.
Right.
You know, how do you defend against that?
Well, Ben, as we know, is one of the best doubles players in the world. He just has been unfortunate with the injuries that we haven't really been able to see it. He's only older and wiser now. He has all the knowledge and more of a veteran player, and combine that with a healthy athletic build, you're bound to see something happen. We just haven't seen it in a while. Kane with the reverse. Ben is there now. Kane down the line. That's just crazy.
A wizard with a racket.
I mean, just to be that off balance and then still hit a shot like that.
Flick it.
Discouraging. It's discouraging for the team in the back. 7-0. I mean, domination right now. Appeal is called. The call was skip, and Ben made the appeal, so we're going to run that back. All right, here's the rally, so we'll watch this. Ben is going to hit a Z serve here. Andre is going to hit it down the line. And Ben's going to step over, and this is the shot.
Again, he's right in front of it, Montoya.
It's too hard to see. And in this case, it might be inconclusive, and the call stands for a skip.
Is there an echo?
Inconclusive. There we go. That's interesting. No appeal used on an inconclusive. Either way, great effort. We've got that other crazy rally queued up. We're just going to wait for a towel timeout. Drive Z, Montoya. That is flat forehand. Ben with a smart shot. He's got the forehand going reverse. Andre is there.
What I see going on here is
no
Kane
timeout.
And Ben are shooting, creating the offense, and Montoya and Andre are just defense. They don't have time to set up and shoot the ball and put it out of their hands. They're just reacting.
Yep.
And that's why
right
the score is 8-0.
That's a good point. You know, Ben and Kane are really the only ones that have had setups. You know, mid-court setups, or in other words, Pineda.
Plums. Plentiful plums. And Fran, you nailed it right there at the end. It's even hard to call it defense. They're being reactionary. You know, so whatever's coming at them, whatever's available, they're like a dog. They'll take a bone at this point instead of a healthy plate of food, just anything. They're putting the fate of their tournament on the other opponent's stick, where that's just a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
The analogies just keep flowing.
And the score shows it. It's 8-0.
Great shot from Ben. That forehand is just, you cannot let him get a full swing on that.
Fran, here's a good question for you. Who would you say the best doubles team of all time is?
presently or?
Of all time.
Well, there's several. There's,
Okay.
Doug Ganem and Dan Obremski.
Mm-hmm.
On the women's side, you have Jackie and Joy.
Okay.
Who won so many championships. You've had dominating was Rocky and Jack for years.
Right. We've got a top.
Obviously now, they've Ben and Kane have dominated on the double side.
All right, here's that rally we were talking about. Look at this get right here. I don't even know who gets this. It looks like Kane does. Was that 2 bounce? Look at Ben.
Looks like 2.
Look at Ben has got his back turned to the wall. He's sitting down.
8-0.
And Kane, look at Kane. What?
It looked
what?
like, yeah. It looked like 2 from here. It's way too far in the past to worry about that.
Another team I would throw in there would be Brian Hawks and Bill Sell.
That was before my times. No, they were a great team too.
Wow, 9-0 here.
It's unraveling.
Well, you're starting to, I said even if the score is not close, it's going to be exciting. This is starting to get a little less exciting.
Oh.
There's a warning called there.
For who?
I can't think Kane. Let's rewind that. I'm interested to see that.
Was he pushed?
Maybe a little shove. I mean, Andre is the smallest guy on the court, and Kane is the biggest. And I think if they collide, we know who's going to win that battle. And
little cameo there for our Creatix event coming up in Atlanta in November.
9-0.
I thought this was going to be a long match. Doesn't
what a
seem
shot
that way.
from Montoya. First good shot from the team from Mexico. Quite some time.
See if they can get off the schneid here.
I think Andre, what's your thought? Should be lob serving straight down the line, right along the glass to Ben. I think a Z gives him too much time to attack it.
I just think the drive serve is the way to go here. I just don't, the lob, trying to get it right on the wall, that's one way of doing it. But if it's not, even there, great get. But these two have, the best forehands in the game. Ben, an amazing forehand. Kane, amazing forehand. Anytime you're lobbing that forehand, it's inviting them to tee off on it, especially if it's not a perfect serve. Now, if you get that ball right on the wall, then it's hard for anybody. Skip ball there. But a drive serve at least gets them moving around and moving their feet, maybe a little more off balance.
If it was a wrap.
Yeah, I would try some kind of jam, or even the serve that Ben is hitting. Good to see Andre hit something like that. Kane behind the back.
Replay.
From a coaching standpoint as well, from just what I've seen so far in this match, it's clear. I don't care if you're Helen Keller, even she can see right now, the back team came with zero game plan other than, hey, let's go in there and play well. Absolutely zero game plan.
Other than try to keep it away from Kane maybe, but at this point it doesn't really matter both of these guys are so good.
Yeah, but what I do as a coach is every time Paola or Rocky is playing a particular match, either I look at all of my video that I've taken, or I go online and I study the player that they're going to play.
Right.
And there is no way that they go and show up at that match without a game plan. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
There it is.
Simple as that.
I believe in that 100%.
We've got a timeout at 0-10. Still a few points later than I would have liked to see the timeout, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. Great doubles action here at the U.S. Open.
When it comes to the game of life, we're all on the same team. And success comes simply from trying. You don't have to be a celebrated athlete to celebrate being active. And you don't have to be on the field to have your own cheering section. United Healthcare.
Thanks for tuning in to the IRT Network. While I get a courtesy cough in there. I'm Brian Pineda, hanging out with Charlie Pratt and amazing coach of Palo Longoria, Jason Menino, Suzy Monchik, Rocky Carson, and a plethora of others looking to explode their game. Fran Davis.
You can't let these two guys be up front.
No way.
You know, you got to wrap them, got to move them, got to jam them. But when that ball's being hit at 170 miles an hour at you, tough to do.
Andre and Rodrigo just trying to get a point here, trying to avoid the... Apparently it hit Ben. You know, in this situation, if I were Ben, I would grab the ball, which he is. Can I see it? I don't think it really matters, though. You know, if there's line judges that you could appeal to, it'd be one thing, but you can't. Oh, they got one. 110.
You need one before you can get two.
Not a good drive serve from.
No.
But I am glad that they are drive serving. Wow, look at that, though. I mean, just quick hands by Rodrigo.
I don't think, you know, watching him here, you know, does him justice, because he is a great player, and so is Andre. I mean, he's won so many matches, you know, on the WRT, and wow. Finally, they put 3 points together.
Well, you know, they're a little less on the defense in these last couple rallies, actually getting a full swing on the ball.
Love that he's gone to a drive serve.
Short serve called. Lob nick to Kane's forehand. Missed cross court there. Andre now between the legs. Both these guys looking around. Should we appeal? Should we appeal? I think they'll probably. Rodrigo sticking with that drive serve. Just not, I mean, just kind of feeding it up there for Ben in the front court. But, you know, a good run from them. Brought out the drive serve. Good to see.
And scored 4 points on that service time.
Great shot
To
from
say,
Kane.
you know, Fran's right. The last place you want this team is a front court. Rodrigo leaving a pinch that high is like that scene from Jurassic Park where the goat's tied down, has nowhere to go. He's caged with a dozen raptors. Like, that's just
or a T-Rex.
Wrong. That was with the cow. T-Rex got the cow. Goat was given to the raptors.
You had to deal with this all day.
Oh, man.
Damn.
And he's been wrong again. The T-Rex. I don't know what Jurassic Park you're thinking of. There were a lot of them.
Oh,
so
boy.
maybe you're getting the cows and goats confused, and raptors, and Ben hitting the deck again. Ben has a tendency to dive, sit, and face the back wall, not even watch to see if the ball made it.
What's amazing is it's just natural, but remember, when he dove into the wall is when he hurt his shoulder, right? And he was out for about a year, and now he's still diving all over, doesn't care, no fear, which is great, but puts himself at risk.
So interesting here. Warning for. Okay, so it's a half out, I believe. Well, Andre quick served him. That's what started kind of all this. Andre just quick served him, and neither of the guys were really ready, but they didn't have their racket up or eye guards off or anything.
Ref
so
called the score, so it's perfectly legal. Here's a shocker. Wayne says tee him up.
I'm glad Wayne is watching. He loves racquetball.
He does.
What a get.
It's his passion. It's in his blood. You know it. I know it, right? We
Wayne
work
will
with
be
him.
here next year. He'll be here at the Open. Many more tournaments for that young man. Andre with a setup. Andre with another setup. They're finally getting the shots they want.
There you go.
They're having more time.
Wayne says he loves Croft. I'm guessing he means Laura Croft Tomb Raider. Let me go with that.
Andre with the aggressive swings. Look at Kane getting in there. Setup now. Andre with the Kane
right
can't get
in
out
the
of that.
pancito.
You know, Andre is really stepping it up here. I like what I see. Both players really, but Andre's firing it back. He's no longer on defense. He's turning offense into offense. High lob. Missed by Rodrigo. You know, that's just a tough shot.
That's one way you can deflate the momentum you have going.
Backing up, almost like a fadeaway basketball shot, and trying to reverse, trying to pinch it in the corner. Too tough.
Yeah,
low
you know,
percentage.
You have to flat roll that to get it to win a rally against these guys. Ben down the line, missing that. Andre with the pinch. 2 bounces called. Good shot selection from Andre. Didn't even roll it out, but, you know, Kane maybe on his heels a little bit.
He had a choice, pinch it in that right corner or kill it down the line. Either one was a good shot.
Drive serve from Montoya. I do like how they're drive serving, though. I think that's really important. You know, certainly can't be lobbing Kane.
No.
Not when you have 2 serves. You know, if anything, go for the crack ace or something. Serve it. Great shot from Andre. He continues to step it up. They're not ready to go home. 11-5. Ben and Kane stuck on 11 here for a little while. It was 10-0 about 10 minutes ago. Great shot from Montoya. He's going to take this off the back wall. It's a tough one, though. Kane, ball's right on the wall. What a shot, though.
That's pretty incredible. I mean, Montoya was even up there expecting that shot. And he just flat rolled it.
Drive through from Kane. Missed cross
too
court
high.
there. Ben up top. Montoya.
Wow, a ceiling ball.
Big skip there.
An underrated part of Ben's game is his ceiling ball game.
That's a good point, Pinades.
I'll squeak one in with you two in here.
I think there's going to be an appeal. Hopefully it's in the 30 seconds.
It's a great use of a timeout without taking a timeout.
Okay, so Montoya. Not that one.
Yeah, it's wrapped.
So we're just going to play this out here. Andre up top, and then Ben's going to go up top to the ceiling here. All right, this is the shot, Montoya. Going for that reverse splat. One-look wonder, Scott McClellan on his way back to the court. I mean, Montoya definitely mishit it. He seemed to think it was a ball called skip. You never know. I didn't necessarily see it skip here.
I thought it skipped.
Probably the right call. 13-5. These guys have scored 2 quick points. Ben goes up top. Andre shoots it down the line. Set up for Ben. Reverse pinch. Great diving get. Ben is just rolling on the floor these days. Tries to let it go for Kane. Hits him in the shoe. Side out.
5-13. This might be last chance island here for the boys in the front. Wow,
great
good
get. Ben with the forehand. Andre now. Skip ball by Ben. Little punch to the glass.
Rodrigo saving the day there.
Yeah, great get. Andre, not sure what he's going to bring here. I would like to see Andre hit a drive serve also. Drive Z maybe, but he's going to lob Z. Giving Ben the opportunity. Okay, he goes up top here. Rodrigo with the reverse pinch. Great shot. 7-13.
It's a tasty shot right there.
7-13.
See, but now they're on offense versus just being reactionary.
Great gets. Great rally here. Kane with a great get. Andre with the pinch. Wow, impressive play from Andre.
Now they've got Ben and Kane on defense. Turnaround.
Eight 13. Big skip
I
from
can see a
Ben.
timeout
We're going to
coming.
take a timeout. See, that is a good timeout.
Excellent.
Good timeout, and good for Ben to recognize that. Both players. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break here. We'll be back for the end of Game 2. Great racquetball action here at the U.S. Open.
Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And it's a good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, still can kick them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah. I do a dance of victory, cause now I'm living good. No, I'm not living like I used to be. Man, talk about things, talk about my mind. Now I'm free from the words that I left.
I believe so.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting Game 2 here. Rodrigo, Montoya, Andre, Parrilla. They were down 10-0 in this game. If you guys remember, they've climbed back to 9-13. That's a pretty good 9-3 run.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, great shot from Ben. Obviously a good timeout. I still don't like that serve. I mean, you're
Right,
just
the
kind
lob.
of lobbing it in there, just putting them on offense immediately. Although they did get that skip out of Ben, and they've run some points. But here's what I like to see is that drive and a skip from Kane.
10-13. By pressing now to get them out, they're forcing some errors. I like it.
10-13.
I even see like a wide angle to Ben here.
Great shot from Kane. He's not going to miss that shot twice. I would have liked to see the crack ace, personally.
That would have been nice, too. But I'm just thinking, too, with Kane, go to Ben that time because now you let him sit on a skip. Like, that would have been a great serve.
Oh, man. Kane getting a little lucky there. We don't say that very often, but I think even he would agree. We've got a towel timeout. Kelly, do we have anything queued up as far as... No, we don't? Okay, I figured. There's a lot of exciting rallies. You never know.
It's a great time to say thank you to United Healthcare, who's been a big part of this tournament since we've been here at the Target Center, home of the Timberwolves. To Lewis Drugs, one of our stops out there in South Dakota, for always doing great things, a great pharmaceutical shop out in the Midwest. Cardinal Health, there they are. Lifetime Racquetball here at the Lifetime Fitness Center. KWM Gutterman, Keith Miner, supporting everything racquetball and one of the greatest age group players in the US of A.
Match point here. Ben Croft serving, drive serve, short serve. Discussing the second serve, most likely. I think Ben might be going with that Z. Good camera angle there. Kelly, nice. Rodrigo. Point is called. The ball cracked out. It's a good call from Scott. Great match. Great
what
match.
a way to end the match.
Yep.
Right.
Great match. Super exciting. I mean, you know, what can you say? Andre and Rodrigo, they did their best, but the team in white were just too much today.
You better believe it.
And
the White Knights.
The White Knights, they're in the finals against Daniel De La Rosa and Alvaro Beltran. What an exciting match that's going to be. You know, I think they're going to put up quite the fight tomorrow, and there's some serious talent and some serious doubles action tomorrow.
Well, I think also because didn't they play them in Southern Cal 2 weeks ago? So I think they could look at video. They've got some experience playing them with that pace and the speed and the angle.
Right.
I think that's going to be a big difference in coming in versus playing them for the first time. So I think it'll be an exciting match.
You're
Awesome
right.
point.
And, you know, Alvaro and Daniel, huge crowd favorites out here. Between the two of them combined, you're going to get the crowd involved. It's the finals, and everyone loves the underdog, which in that case is going to be Daniel and Alvaro. And, yeah, definitely looking forward to that match. Pineda, what do you have to say for yourself?
You know what? I've learned a lot sitting next to the two of you. Fran, you and I make a great taco for a Charlie Pratt wrap here. And I just want to say thank you to all the viewers for tuning in. Thank you to Blanton Jack out there, who's the new intern for the Mont Boy. I want to say thank you to the IRT Network. We've been providing this feed all day long, Kelly, countless hours. Can't thank you enough for that. To all the fans for watching. We had over 100,000 fans, unique fans, tuning in all day long. So it's been great. Tomorrow, guys, we've got some awesome final setup for you both on the men's, women's, singles, and doubles. We'll also be having the tennis channel in here, filming those live, so it's available during the holidays. So thank you guys all again. We're signing off to CityWorks. Good to have some tasty beers. Fran, no cake stands tonight. In the meantime, we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care. Thanks.